working for you to get everything to you as soon as I can. All the information you need, right? Because it's so I hope you enjoyed my music that I enjoy so much myself when I, in me, you know. And it's not it's not easy, and it wasn't planned to be easy, but it is easy. Okay, it's easy to stay with the me, or to when you get to the me, it is easy to fall in love with the me, because, well, not easy, but as you constantly go back, you stay with the me, and you don't leave the me, always be the me, always stay with your me. And as long as you keep looking within to find the higher me, and the higher me that you look for, the higher me you will become acquainted with, you see, in your consciousness. It's where I want to bring you to, and teach you about consciousness, because that's where you have obviously have got a lot of confusion going on there in your consciousness, because not realizing, as I said, that you are not the body, and the body is not you. The body is your vehicle. Okay, so if the body's your vehicle, then who are you? Do you just go when the body go? No, but you do leave the body. And then what do? You go back. Supposedly, you're supposed to go back to the energy of source energy that is set in council, or in, in place, however way you want to look at it. But they've set in a counseling, council, where you can come back to there, and then they begin to, you know, as you would in school or something, you got to go see the principal. Obviously, to go to the principals, and or if it's time for you to graduate, then you need to get your graduating things all ready and done and so forth and so on, and you got to go and get see the counselors and all that stuff, and to get yourself ready for another school, which you go to a different planet if you choose to. It's entirely up to everyone what you decide to do with your energy source that you has been giving. You have many different universes that you can go inside of, many different other planets that you can evolve on. However, the one that you're evolving in now, and then the reality of physical matter, that this civilization has been birthed inside of, or have been evolved into, if you want to say it like that, which makes more sense. It brings you back to you, So that particular, I want to say it, civilization, which is what you are now, and how you look, how you appear, okay? Because you did not always appear to look this resemblance this way, and you did not always have so many different colors of race colors on the planet, not so, until a lot of things began to break down the consciousness of the source energy that was coming into the planet. If you incarnated in here, they would pick and choose, you would pick and choose. Basically, you would have to incarnate. Once you started coming in, you would have to come in under the same family bloodline that you have always came in through, because in that bloodline is many lives that you have lived that has brought you to down to the wire, they would say, back to down to the wire, where you're at the peak of the end of all things and all life that is at this time that we're in. Is it the end completely? No. It's the end of this phase out, this phase of where you at in a phase of evolving. It's the end of that phase where you're phasing into a new phase, okay? You're not leaving, you're not going anywhere, though you wouldn't remember whether you went or not, because you don't remember that you did leave before, and that you came in and out. And that's because the memory that you had came in with, which has been your conscious thought, that your consciousness, that what happened is that during the time of tampering with the conscious, and it happened, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it happened. I gotta keep my my channels open up so I can remember, because I'm channeling down. Okay, when I'm channeling up, it's a lot easier. Okay, but to come back down, it's not so easy. So during the Atlanteans, I believe, time when they were evolving, during their evolving time, it was either before they had evolved into what they were already evolved in, and I have to get my research to really go back and remember how it happened, or is during the time that they had been seated on the planet as the conscious of source, that a conscious had been put onto a planet, source energy, or had been placed on a place of evolving, as far as a planet called Earth, Mother Gaia, however way you want to call it. It was there at the time. Okay, Mars, even some of them call it Mars. It just depends. Okay, because there's so many different formulations that I can take you in to see where you source, where your source of energy of who your conscious and the thought that you are actually come out from or is still intact with, and yet inside of that source you're evolving. So because that's what you are, you're source energy thought, but you're thought of source of the whole source energy, that's where everything come out from, and in the thought of that source that is evolving in itself to bring forth the whole energy of that it can bring itself inside of, to see itself in itself, as I said before. So that is what's happening. But in the thought of itself, it is creating itself within the you, which is who you are. But you really should be a me, because